Yo, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy ERmaCc777 back at it again with another reaction, and I'm gonna jump right into this because today we got Adam22 basically explaining why House Phone and Blazzy quit. So, if y'all don't know what's been going on at No Jumper, House Phone and Adam got beef over a little situation that went down at the office, and I would speak up on it, but people have already made videos on it, so I'm just gonna react to what's been happening the past few days, and I just want to see what he has to say about them leaving the podcast or whatever the platform. So we're gonna jump right into this right now.
Still to this day, I got nothing but love for Blazzy. Blazzy has announced that he's stepping away from No Jumper, specifically disconnected, And it's kind of sad to see because I really respect him as a designer, as an artist, as a personality. I really think that he's just got, the world ahead of him. Like he's going to be able to do whatever he wants in his career. But, he was brought on to No Jumper through House Phone, and House Phone, I mean, we don't really know exactly
Okay, that
where
makes
he's at
sense.
still. We haven't necessarily had like a full conversation with him. The last time that we communicated with him, Josh talked to him on Wednesday, and he seemed pretty enthusiastic about still doing the show. So I don't know if that changed between Wednesday and Thursday, or if he just wasn't having a good day, or what. But the Blasey thing, I assume just kind of comes from that, and so I assume this is the end of Disconnected, which is unfortunate. Yuri's here. I'm assuming the camera hasn't showed me, but you're
Pause. I feel like it's really just unfortunate for him because it's Adam's like whole channel or whatever. So like the fact that you're losing employees is not bad for them. It's bad for you because now you have less content and one less angle of coverage. So that's less fortunate for you, bro.
were you left out of the decision making process on this? At least at first, you
Uh,
said.
well, it's like talking to House One, I could kind of tell that I was getting the vibe that he was over. He was basically just over it at this point. And I was already just thinking in my head like I don't see Disconnected continuing at this point. Like how are we
Oh
just gonna
shit,
sit down
like
and
why
talk about
would it
regular
though?
topics when there's so much tension, there's so much.
House phone has every right to feel the way that he feels when Adam is going around saying bullshit about people's mothers and like that. Excuse my language. I'm gonna have to bleep that out. But you get what I mean.
Built up
Why would he
emotions
want to do
here
the show?
with a couple people. So it's just like I kind of had a feeling something's going on. I really did think we were going to do a show yesterday, though. I
Yeah,
did
you
think it.
showed up, right?
Yeah, I didn't think it was not going to
Because if
happen.
it's me and
We
I
all
show
were
up, I'm
both
showing up
wondering
for a
too.
fight.
I didn't
No, I'm
notice
not
that
showing
either.
up to film no show. Like
After I saw that, I was like, oh man, I'm the only
I
one
don't
who
even
was
think they
actually.
ever got
But
that fade out the way.
no, yeah, it's like it's definitely like a sad thing that a lot of people fuck the Disconnected. A lot of people like the show, but like you were saying, it's like a House Phone. He's I believe like what it seems like he's separating himself, and Blasi came in with him, so Blasi left it as well.
Right.
Um,
I mean, from our perspective, it was like, we already had kind of discussed Disconnected not happening anymore just because there was a lot of, people not showing up at a
mhm.
certain point, which, it's not like that was the whole time or anything, but there was just a lot of, it was just kind of hard to wrangle it. And like, people don't really know about like the finances of how all this stuff looks, but I mean, you go live on YouTube. Like, really, like half the people who work at No Jumper go live on YouTube, so they kind of know exactly how much money certain shows make, and they know
Yeah,
that it's like sometimes it can be kind of hard to justify. And like, it sucked too because everybody on Disconnected, I feel like, would all say that they weren't stoked on what they were getting paid, and not that you never said anything, but House Phone Blasi kind of, they mentioned it at times, and it's like we were like losing money on each episode.
hmm
Even with paying them, as soon as we pay them, boom, it's like it's losing money. So it's like I don't know. I mean, it kind of felt like from our perspective.
I don't understand how Adam is trying to make it seem like the reason why Disconnected isn't going on is because people was messing up or not showing up or wasn't enthusiastic enough or motivated enough to do the show when really all reality it's because you had beef with House Phone, bro. Like y'all literally got into it and that's the reason the show isn't gonna work out. Now, granted, the other things still play a part. The finances still play a part, but that's not the reason why the show ain't going on. Whether y'all talked about it before or not, the reason is because y'all have tension, and maybe why the reason they weren't as motivated is because you know the tension that was there. That's probably the reason why. So don't try to make it seem like you know it's kind of their fault why disconnected ain't going on. Like it's two sides to the story. You know, like y'all both did something, but for the most part, it seems like Adam's the one that's really tripping. Not even gonna lie.
This was sort of inevitable at
Mm-hmm.
some point. It sucks very badly. Like the reason why there's so much tension because, you know, I never wanted to, you know, have anything happen on the show that would make it that hard for House Phone to be on the show or whatever. Like this is just, it's not a situation.
I feel like if he never wanted anything, wanted anything to happen, he would have never let that footage get out. You know what I mean? If y'all remember, he would have never let the footage even get out. Like this could have been avoided with that one step that you didn't take. So, you know, saying that you didn't want it to be that way, all you had to do was say, "Damn, he just that happened on camera. Let me cut it out real quick." And then it would have been no beef at all, no tension at all. But you left it in there, and you're like, I'm pretty sure you're the one that edited the video from the last conversations on No Jumper. So, yeah, man.
I ever wanted. You know, I'll restate it again. You know, I deeply apologize to House Phone for the fact that our platform is responsible for stuff getting revealed about him or whatever. And also, I kind of don't blame him for not being able to come here and get on camera because I feel like it's probably just got so many.
It's an association thing, you know. You come
Yeah.
here, you think that has to do with that, but it's like I talked to House Phone and Blazzy. I'm like, well, I actually haven't been able to talk to House Phone. He's been kind of not picking up, but the last time I talked to him, I got the vibe that he was basically like, it seemed like he did not want to be a part of it anymore. And we had the discussion of like, what happens if you're not here anymore? It's like, what am I gonna do, right? And the House Phone, we had this conversation where he told me, he's like, dude, he's like, my thing with Adam, he's like, that's just me and Adam. He's like, you've been on your own path with No Jumper for a minute. He's like, I don't want to get in the way of you and whatever you got going on. He's like, so don't let me, you know, making my decisions affect what you're going to do at No Jumper. So it's like he was,
And that's real, too.
basically in short terms, like completely fine
Facts.
with the idea of me continuing to stay on the platform and do stuff. Blasi was fine with it too. Paul Lord was fine with it too. But they just, I feel like, you know, Blasi left because of House One. I don't think House One just wants to be a part of it anymore. I don't know though. Like I don't think you've talked to him, and I haven't been able to talk to him either.
Well, the last thing I heard was that Josh had a conversation on Wednesday, which I guess was pretty pro continuing to do content. But then I don't know. We haven't really seen anything else that would go in that direction since then. So yeah, I mean, it is kind of a bummer. Obviously, like just ending any kind of era, the disconnected era, just kind of coming to an end. It just sucks because it's like, you know, just having people in the office and stuff is dope. When I look at something like the Christmas vlog and everybody together and stuff, it was dope. But then also, it's like as a business owner, it really kind of sucks. Like building stuff that isn't necessarily working financially and like not wanting to.
You see how he's only talking about the business aspect of this whole situation, right? Like he'll throw a little apology out there for like what he said or did, but it's never genuine. It never really makes sense, and it always goes right back around to oh the business, oh the views, oh the money, the finances. Like yeah, we get it, bro. You're a business oriented person, but what you did had nothing to do with business. That was all personal. It was all personal. So let's get through that. You know, this whole business talk.
Have that
Put that to the
impact
side for a second.
friendships.
Yeah.
But then
A lot of your
also,
business
like, you
is
know, 'cause
personal.
It's just like it's
Like,
hard to have
and
that
you just make money off of
conversation.
it.
For
So
us, it's like the whole concept of like creating live streams that are basically just friends getting on camera and talking. It's like it's definitely endeared a big chunk of people in terms of the YouTube audience and everything. But it's also not necessarily like really working for us business wise that much, which doesn't mean that we're gonna like, you know, stop doing Tuesday and Wednesday show and everything, especially because we've been getting more and more ads on there and stuff, and that helps everybody involved, including us, you know, get paid and everything. But I mean, definitely I would say that now, especially since we're doing the news, there's some percentage of the No Jumper energy that we just like don't want to keep putting it into like trying to build up more live.
hey, I'm gonna be honest, real quick. I'm gonna pause it one last time. Like, I feel like that type of content, that type of live content where you sit, you know, with amongst a group of people and talk about goofy stuff or like hot topics, like that's cool. I kind of, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like that can bring in views if you're entertaining, but you know, like to stop doing what everyone like. If you go on Twitch, that's what everyone's doing anyway. No one's really out here covering the news unless you're DJ Academics or somebody like. Nobody's out here really caring about what these celebrities do. So like for you to you could take that route if you want, but I genuinely think that those type of live streams where it's just a bunch of people chilling is kind of cool. Those type of podcast feelings where you might have a topic or two, maybe three. Everything else is just like kind of pulled out the air. Like improv. But I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna play the video.
I'm gonna be hearing a lot.
Oh, matter of fact, that's the end of it right there. We're just gonna end it right there. So, yeah, man, that's it. That's it for this video. I just wanted to check out that no jumper and see what Adam was talking about. And I'm gonna be real. Every time I hear Adam talk, he never has like sincerity in his voice, like ever. It's always just I can't even explain it. But bro, like every time he says an apology, it never sounds for real. It never sounds like it comes from a good place. And bro just keep talking about his business and all that, and it's just like, bro, you literally called another man's mother out of her name, and you expect him not to be mad about that. Like what I would have did to you, bro, would have been like, hey, house phone better than me. I'm just say that. But that's it for this video, man. Deuces.